Recently, I've been searching for soft locks in EarthBound. A soft lock is a condition in which a game can still be played, but actual progress has been made impossible to attain, such as not being able to obtain a key item or something, and not ones that you can just go to your last save and be totally fine. I'm talking ones that make you have to delete your save file. Many claim you can soft lock the game by giving Paula the pencil eraser before she's kidnapped, which you need in the monkey cave, saying you're stuck, but this is wrong! As if a party member temporarily leaves, any key items with them get transferred over to Escargot Express. And as a bonus rule, ones that don't require glitches to achieve, as then you could do a ton of these easily. For a game with so many key items and events though, EarthBound is surprisingly almost airtight from them. Almost. At the Stonehenge base, there are Starman super enemies who have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping the Sword of King's weapon for Pooh. This is Pooh's only personalized weapon, so many end up grinding for it, which can take some time with its 0.78% drop rate. What many don't do is get multiple of them. It makes no sense too, as the weapon can't be sold or dropped, so would only serve to waste space in the player's already limited inventory, or just collect dust with Escargot Express. But what if you did? If you were to drop every droppable item that you have and fill up all 34 spaces in Escargot Express, you could theoretically, across all the party members' inventories, carry 53 Swords of Kings. Not 56 at this point, as Escargot Express won't take Ness's ATM card, the Soundstone, or receiver phone. But if one were to do this, they would have the treasure trove of 1 in 128 item hunters. So I did. By the way, I did the math, and the odds of getting all 53 of these by only fighting 53 Starman Supers is approximately a 2.079 times 10 to the negative 110th power. Point being, this takes a while. Anyway, after this, I finished the dungeon and then got directions from Applekid where to get Overcoming Shyness from, the next key item. So I headed back to Onett, and there you have it. No way to collect it. This lady also has no taste in EarthBound memorabilia, by the way. By saving at this point, it becomes impossible to progress the game. Pretty much. We'll come back to that in a second. So yes, though the game designers did create the game with inexperienced players in mind, they didn't do so with stupid ones. So, is this a true soft lock? Well, you might be thinking, what if you get an enemy to steal it? I can't count how many times I've seen joke pictures like this, but not only can you not fight spiteful crows at whatever level you'd be by this point, by manually setting my levels back to 1 to fight them, you can see they also cannot steal it, and will just keep failing. And furthermore, this applies to any other enemy that can steal items. However, there is technically one way to undo this, and that would be through the Threed Tent. Here, if you check this corner of the room, you can actually check outside of the map, which is essentially just random bits of RAM. Some very bizarre stuff can happen here, and even some crashes, but if you're lucky, you can actually access the in-game debug menu, where you can manually dispose of and add in any items you want, albeit in a scrambled language, but we have the cutting room floor for that. This is very rare to achieve, however, so for the layman, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to consider this as close as we have to 1 for now. This lady in Threed in the Japanese version, however, might be linked to 1, as she was moved up 8 pixels during localization, so you may have been able at some point to wedge yourself there and get stuck. Have to give a special thanks to GGFan, who worked with me to try and devise soft locks, and came up with some through glitches, and to Gabbles for explaining item arguments to me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.